Okay, so on to the last part of it, which is the framing. All my stitching is done. That's the back of it. If you remembered, I put a lightweight interfacing over the back of the whole thing, and it's worked really well, I have to say, especially for framing, because it's given it a little bit more rigidity, made it a lot stronger, which suits the framing process. Whether you'd want it on a quilt, I'm not sure, but for me it's worked really well. And it's also it made it's really pulled the stitching out, so you can see it's given it the stitching more depth than it would normally, so I'm really pleased with it. So what I want to do is I brought just a box canvas, and I've taken the canvas off of it this time, because what I want to do is for people to be able to see the stitching behind. So I'm going to leave that open so you can see the way through. And I put my wadding was cut to the same size as the top, so actually it makes lining it up pretty easy now, because I can see exactly kind of where it needs to go. That looks perfect. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hold on to tight there, just make sure it's where I want it to be. Just want to make sure that line doesn't show up. Yeah, that looks pretty perfect. So turn it over, and I'm just going to tack in all the way, and with one staple first. And have a look. Yep, this is quite high up on here, so I'm going to have to make sure that I give it a pull, real good pull down, so that you don't see the line there. And the same with this edge, is there's quite a definite ridge where that wadding goes, so I just need to make sure that I pull that down so you don't have a sort of a line. That sort of line that you can see there, you need to make sure that that's over the corner. Right, but that's in the right place. So I can now carry on, just giving it a really good pull up. Be generous with your staples. I'm not going into the corners yet, because I want to deal with my corners before I staple that back down, because the corners are the hardest part to do. It does take a bit of finger strength, this, get it nice and tight, pulling it, but it's really important. So we'll just check that that is where I want it to be, just about on that edge, that's okay. And that edge is fine. Okay, so we're on to the corners. My method is to cut down from the corner into the corner, like that. I think my scissors are seized up. Going on, there we go. And I take a good wad of that corner off, a small little bit of that corner off, just so there's not so much bulk. This corner I go literally round. And this one I'm going to turn it over and put it up. And you can see that makes quite a nice neat corner. So onto this corner, same again, so I cut down into it. This is of no use. Take some of that off, some of that off. So this one, I just pull it along the frame. This one, I fold it over and then up and over. There we go. See, it makes quite a nice tight corner. Okay, last one. Got quite so much to play with here. So very good pull up. Right, and there we go. Let's see if I can pull that. Just feels a little bit loose there. Maybe that's from my staples. And out of staples. And there we go, all finished, ready for the wall. Let's give you a good look over it. Okay, so another project all finished. Let's move on to the next one. Thanks for watching.